A beautiful Monday morning, and I know folks have gotten up early to get here, and I'm grateful to see so many smiling faces as we have just some exciting news to share. My name is Kevin NOLTEN. I serve as the Vice President here of the Cyber Innovation Center, and there are a handful of special guests that I would like to call attention to before I turn it over to Craig. Going down the road, Senator Barrow Peacock, thank you for being with us. We also have representatives from Representative Julia Letlow's office that is here with us as well. Representative Thomas Presley is with us, state representative. John Barr from Senator Kennedy's office is here. Brian McNabb from Senator Cassidy's office is here. Chip Layton from Representative Mike Johnson is here. And then our higher ed partners, President Rick Gallo from Grambling State University, Dr. Les Geis from Louisiana Tech University, Chancellor Rick Bateman from Bossier Parish Community College, Chancellor Larry Clark from Louisiana State University in Shreveport. We also have, in the higher ed category, Dr. Kim Hunter-Reed with the Louisiana Board of Regents. Our amazing mayor, Mayor Tommy Chandler of Bossier City, is here. We also have the CIC Board President, Gary Hubbard, who's also joined us. Representing the Caddo Parish School Board, we have Dr. Lamar Gorey is here with us. Keith Burton and Victor Monero are also here. And then certainly last but not least, our Bossier Parish Police Jury representatives, Butch Ford, who is our parish administrator, Tom Salzer, who's the president of the Parish Police Jury, Patrick Jackson, who is our parish attorney, and then we do also have, I'm sorry, missed this one, representative from Bossier Parish Schools, Waylon Bates, and Assistant Superintendent Jason Rowland is here as well. So thank you all for joining. Have I missed anybody? I know. Sheriff Whittington, I'm sorry, sir. Sheriff Whittington is with us as well. Laura Seabaugh, thank you for being here as well. So, and the Adjutant General, the tag, General Waddell, Keith Waddell. So this is always, we try to get everybody, and I always embarrass myself when we miss some of these folks. So super, super grateful to have everybody here. And with that, I'll turn it over to the CIC President, Craig Spahn.
Well, this is a great crowd. Thank you all for coming out. I have a speech in my pocket that's going to stay there. I do want to tell you all, though, that this is a culmination of a lot of great work. The CIC is blessed to have the folks that it has working for it and the partnerships that it has with state, local, and federal partners. And so today, you know, it's always a great day when the governor's at the CIC, but we also have from the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, the director, Jen Easterly. And so she's here to help help us cut a ribbon on a range that I think Kevin's going to talk a little bit about. But you know, if you think about what our police do when they go out to the firing range, what they're doing is practicing their skills. And what we do is teach teachers how to deliver cyber education in K-12. And this range allows them to have a place to go and work with these kids and practice the skills that they're learning and that is transferable from what the curriculum holds over to what it is that they want to get their hands dirty with, playing with. And so it's an amazing thing that we've been able to do that with the benefit and the help of the state. We've got Louisiana Tech Research Institute coming up behind us. We'll be doing a ribbon cutting in the first of next year. We look forward to continuing the relationship we have with Homeland Security. We have been working with them for over 12 years now. In that time, we've been able to impact over 3.5 million students, 27,000 teachers, and growing. And the work product that we are creating is really about national security at its core. these kind of jobs are going to drive the economy, and beyond that, they're going to drive the ability of the nation to secure its cyber borders. And so I just can't tell you how proud I am of the people here that have been working on this. There's several folks I'd like to point out, but in the interest of time, I'm going to tell them thanks on the backside. But I'm tremendously grateful for you all being here this morning. I appreciate you all being here. And Governor, it's always a pleasure. Thank you for being with us. I'm going to hand it over to you, sir.
Good morning, everybody. It's wonderful to be up here with you this morning. I was telling Craig when I walked in, normally when I get up as early as I did this morning, there is a duck blind or a tree stand, something like that involved in my morning. That's not the case today, but this is equally exciting nonetheless. And I want to thank you all for being here, but most importantly, I want to thank Director Easterly for coming. I gave her an invitation a while back because I wanted her to see firsthand the investments, the engagement, the excitement that we have around cyber here in Louisiana, particularly along the I-20 corridor here in the Shreveport-Bossier area. Because you can receive briefings and you can do Zooms and you can look at PowerPoints and all that sort of stuff. But until you're on the ground engaged with people, I don't think you can get a real sense of what's actually taking place here and how it can benefit us, not just here in Northwest Louisiana or our state, but around the country. And that's what the cyber.org range is about. And that's why we're so pleased to have her here, and really all of you, so that we can talk about this. It's the launch of the cyber.org range is obviously that new and exciting program that Craig just mentioned, and you're going to get some more information about it in just a moment. But this is important for the Cyber Innovation Center, for the cyber.org, for Bossier, and really for our state. We invested as a state $2 million into cyber.org range to this program in order to develop it. And what we're looking for now is the opportunity to scale it so that it doesn't just inform what we're doing in Louisiana with teachers and our students, but it goes across the country. But why is this important? Well, just right in this area, we have more than 2,100 very good paying careers in cyber. These are permanent high-wage technology jobs right here. And more than $148 million in annual household earnings because of that. And we have a lot of open jobs here and around the country. The last estimate I saw was somewhere around 400,000 open jobs. And these jobs all pay better than the average job out there. And there's a lot of job security in these fields. And it's not just job security we're looking for national security. You know, there's an election tomorrow, and I read yesterday that it looks like the Russians are back up to their old tricks, and that's just on the election front, and you have all the other things that are going on as well. So there is an urgent need to help fill the cybersecurity workforce pipeline in our state. We think just here they're right at 6,000 open jobs today. 6,000. And addressing the shortage begins with expanding access to K through 12 cybersecurity education. And cyber.org through CTAP, the Cyber Education Training Assistance Program. You know, when I was in the Army, you had acronyms for everything. And they get created faster than I can stay on top of them. But through a CTAP grant provided by CISA, Cyber.org is doing tremendous work, critical work here in Louisiana to advance our workforce. By providing the nation with tools for educators and students, Cyber.org is helping pave the path to successful entry into high-paying careers in cybersecurity. And one of the most important things, and this is a deviation from my talking points, but I know this to be the case. For whatever reason, the talent pipeline is very underrepresented in females and in minorities, and there's absolutely no reason for that. And so one of the most important things is to expose young people at a really early age to things that are related to cyber. They don't even know it. But it instills in them the confidence that they need to know if they're interested in that, that is absolutely something that they can do. They can excel. They can have wonderful futures in this field. So that is really important. You know, the next time you see a Girl Scout, for example, look and see if they got the cyber badge on the uniform. If not, ask them. They need to go do that. That was made available here. So we can lead the way in educating students to be the next generation of leaders in cybersecurity. And we are proud to be equipping our students with the tools that they need for success. But it doesn't take place without the dedication and commitment of our incredible educators across Louisiana. And that is why cyber.org range is open to all K through 12 educators with a really strong emphasis on high schools across the state with the additional support from CISA. And that is what we believe is going to make this available nationwide. And so we're going to have this product that's been put together right here that will be in classrooms all over the United States of America. And that's what we talk about when we say bringing something to scale to meet the moment. So we're incredibly proud to have a homegrown program that will be adapted through CTAP by our partners at CISA to reach K through 12 educators across the country, because we also need to galvanize our great teachers here and elsewhere to get behind this effort. You all know that this is critical for us to grow our workforce, to create the investment that we need here, but also to make sure that we do have that national security that we're talking about. And the future starts really right here in Louisiana, and more precisely, right here in Northwest Louisiana. And that's why, even though I'm not looking out over a field looking for a deer this morning, I'm really excited to be here with all of you. And with that, I'm going to ask Kevin to come back up and tell us a little bit more. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Governor Edwards. As Craig said, your office's support and partnership on this effort is extremely important, and we can't thank you enough for that. How many of us remember our high school chemistry class? You remember going to the class, and then you remember going to that lab, and if you were like me, you mix things together, and you like to see things blow up and see what happens with those reactions. Think of this cyber range as that chemistry lab. We get to go into a classroom and we get to talk about cybersecurity, and then we get to go into this lab environment and we get to do things and blow things up, quote unquote. We get to see the reactions of different malware. We get to see the reactions of different viruses. We get to see the reaction of what happens when you open that attachment in an email and what happens to that computer and the control that you lose and the bad actors gain when you open that foreign attachment. So this cyber range is so important to providing that hands-on resource to those students so that they can begin their interest in cybersecurity and our goal, entrance into the cybersecurity workforce to start closing that job gap that we have in our country. And so on that note, I am happy to have the honor of introducing an incredible woman, Director Jen Easterly, who is the director of the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. Our partnership with CISA and CISA's CTAP program, Cybersecurity Education Training Assistance Program, I think it took me a couple years to get that nailed down as well, Governor. The CTAP program is critically important to advancing the cybersecurity posture in the United States. Under Director Easterly's leadership, CISA has reaffirmed its commitment to training the next generation cyber literate workforce. By investing in CTAP, Director Easterly and CISA has helped advance the nation in cybersecurity by empowering students to learn about cybersecurity. And yes, it does start as early as kindergarten. This work has not only created awareness of the bright and vibrant future that cybersecurity education and careers brings, but it also supports organizations like the Cyber Innovation Center to provide educators with that roadmap in how to educate that next generation cyber literate workforce. With the support of the CTAP program, we truly believe that the opportunities for our students are endless. No matter the socioeconomic background, no matter the part of the country that they live in, no matter what, this is accessible to students. We at the Cyber Innovation Center and Cyber.org could not have done this at the scale that we've done it without the support of Director Easterly and the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. With that, I turn it over to Director Jen Easterly.
Morning. Well, I am thrilled to be here in Bossier. It's my first time in Bossier. We got in yesterday. We had a wonderful sit down with the folks at the Cyber Innovation Center and Cyber.org, and then we went out to a fantastic dinner, local dinner. Great food here in Louisiana. I'm going to have to come back. But you know, I'm just thrilled to be here to celebrate the opening of the Cyber.org range, which is really about inspiring the next generation of cybersecurity professionals. And I couldn't be more thrilled to be here with Governor Edwards, fellow veteran, fellow West Point grad, and our great friends and partners, Craig Spahn and Kevin Knowlton from the Cyber Innovation Center and Cyber.org. You know, as America's cyber defense agency, CISA is responsible for working with all of our partners to lead the national effort to understand, manage, and reduce risk to the critical infrastructure that Americans rely on every hour of every day, to get gas at the pump, to get food at the grocery store, to get money from the ATM, to get our power, our water, our health care, our education. And we cannot do any of that without amazing talent. You know, I often say cybersecurity is not about technology, it's not about code, it's about people. And so it's incredibly important that we have people with the skills, the dedication, the vision, the heart to enable us to be successful in defending this nation in this very complex and dynamic cyber threat environment. Nation state actors, China, Russia, Iran, cyber criminals. So we have to have the right cybersecurity workforce to be able to do that. And to get to that cybersecurity workforce, we have to have education, experience, and hands-on training, which is why it's so fantastic to be here for the opening of this Cyber.org range. You know, I think it's incredibly important that cybersecurity education begin from the youngest of ages. It's really important to be able to inspire kids starting from kindergarten to be able to see themselves in cyber and see themselves as part of this cybersecurity pipeline. And so tools like the Cyber.org range will really help us to invest in that next generation. And I have to say, we really owe great thanks to the leadership of Governor Edwards and the state of Louisiana. You know, it's incredibly important that people see that leaders from the very top are making cybersecurity a priority, because it's about enabling innovative ideas to create a workforce, but also to create cybersecurity opportunities and jobs and investment, and enabling us to, again, to defend our national security. Cybersecurity really is national security. It's economic security. It's about public health and safety. And so I'm so pleased to be able to partner with the state of Louisiana, and in particular, really pleased about the CTAP program, the Cybersecurity Education Training and Assistance Program, that has enabled us to build this great partnership with the Cyber Innovation Center and Cyber.org that is creating this approach to helping to educate cybersecurity across the nation. I think they've reached about 27,000 teachers, impacts on 3 million students in 50 states. And the cyber.org range is not the only thing that we partner on. There's some terrific programs that I know some in the audience have been very involved in. There's Project Reach, which is about working with historically black colleges and universities and now Hispanic serving institution to work with K through 12 schools to show those who might be in underserved communities that yes, they can have a career in cyber. Also working with Project Access, which is about providing cybersecurity careers to the blind and visually impaired. You know, being one of the first women at West Point, I have a deep passion for making sure that we are building a cybersecurity workforce that looks like America. We have to have that diversity because all different diversity, whether it's women, whether it's underserved communities, minorities, all of that equals diversity of thought. And that diversity of thought makes us better at solving our really hard technical problems that we need to solve to defend the nation. And so I am just thrilled to be here. And it goes without saying, we've heard a lot about this gap. I think, you know, we're actually up to 700,000 of these unfilled cybersecurity jobs around the country. So those numbers continue to go up, and so it's something we all have to work together. And again, I think we need to start from the youngest of ages. I want to see kids in classrooms who are thinking about what they want to be when they grow up, whether they want to be a teacher, a policeman, a mayor, a governor, a West Point cadet, an LSU Tiger. I want them to be a cybersecurity professional. I want them to be a cyber firefighter. Because we all know that there are very serious threats to our nation. And we all need to come together to invest and make sure that we are building that diverse and capable cybersecurity pipeline to defend our nation. So there's a lot more work to do to reach those 52 million students, those 3 million educators all across our country. But I think where we're starting today, taking this terrific cyber.org range and making that hands-on training and experience available all throughout the country is a great start. So I'm excited about this, and I'm looking forward to more of our amazing partnership with this state and with this Cybersecurity Innovation Center and cyber.org, and I couldn't be more excited to be here. So thank you very much.
All right, now this is the moment I think many of us have been waiting for, and I know the cyber.org team has been waiting for this as well. It is time to officially cut the ribbon on our cyber range. And the creativity of trying to cut a ribbon to a virtual thing has always been a mystery to us, but I think we've done it. So let's, I'll invite the governor and the director to the front of the stage. And we will roll out a ribbon, and then we have an incredible set of gold scissors. I think these are the biggest gold scissors. Thank you to the Bossier Chamber of Commerce for providing that. I also would like to invite to the stage, and they're already coming up, the director of cyber.org, Lori Salvell, Georgette Price, Chuck Gardner, Joe McAdam, Josh Coriel, Matt Kinman, and somebody who could not be here today, which was Jonathan Bartles. His wife just had a baby and is at home with that baby. But these cyber.org individuals are the ones who built this cyber range. These cyber.org individuals are the heroes behind the scenes, and they are absolutely embarrassed right now to be up here on stage because everybody's looking at them. All right, well, I'm going to get in here, and then we'll cut this ribbon. All right. Do we count this down? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do we want to kind of smile and get a group picture? All right. Well, thank you all for attending. We do have some coffee and water over here at the counters over here. this does conclude the ribbon cutting and press conference. Everybody have a great rest of your Monday.